Larry, we welcome... The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, Hendricks. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Here's Pope, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Well, they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. From the gun, Hendricks. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
To throw is Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
As you and I know from visiting a lot of camps, no one practices this type of a start, do they?
Especially not on the road. You give up the touchdown on the opening drive. Now there's likely a 3-and-out on your first possession.
Yeah, you throw that incompletion there. You hate to fall into a hole early, especially on the road. Got to be careful.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Here we go.
This is Pope, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Hendricks. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Hendricks. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Much like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They run it with Pope. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Come on, let's go!
Looking to throw. Hendricks. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. They'll try the air now with Locke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Pope. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 92 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They run with Pope again, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So and
he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Hassan Ridgeway in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, Hendricks. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Brad Nortman now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second down now after the incompletion. Love. Pass incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. Fighting through it, he's got space. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. No gain on the play there. Second down. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the forward down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
It's caught. He finds Myers. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And now a first down following that long gain.
Let's go! Ryan 38! Ryan 38!
Operating from the gun, Hendricks. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
The previous play is under review.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Luck now to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Luck. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it is now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down, and this one might be going the other way.
Return team.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Now they try the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now a handoff looking right. And now running right through it. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Hendricks. And some space here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner.
Here we go. 38.
Throwing on 1st down. Hendricks. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And getting this just shy in midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Here we go.
first down. Hendricks. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Hendricks. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Hendricks. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Brand 38.
From the gun, Hendricks. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Hendricks out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd down, here's Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Luck on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To the air again. Luck. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Luck. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
The Colts send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And he'll give it here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Jaguars are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Colts didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Same drive. Hooker's found on the quick pass, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. 3rd down from the 46. Myers is able to get open here, and he'll make it all the way down to the 4-yard line before being tackled. Continuing on the drive, the quick pass and completion is made, and after the short pass, he'll score as they move out in front, 14-0. 3rd and long. Here the catch is made way downfield, and this will go as a touchdown as they go up here at 21-0. So that'll do it from here in Orlando for the second half kickoff. Let's get back upstate to Jacksonville and Brandon Guy.
Gets fielded in the end zone. An NFL update. They're in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore. And the Steelers, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now Luck. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The Colts on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3.
Let's go! 1-9!
Looking to throw. Hendricks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now it's Luck. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Allen's got it over the middle, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing on first down. Hendricks over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw on second down. Hendricks got his man complete over the middle. It's Allen. And he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on second down. Hendricks throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Watch 80. Watch 80. Here we go. 190.
To throw again. Hendricks. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Let's go! Ryan 38!
On third down, Hendricks. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is good. A check of the scoreboard there in the third in Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about
that.
Super tough.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
To throw on second down is Locke. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is third and long. Out of the gun, Luck. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Single, slot. Hey, running out of
on 1st and 10, Locke. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Locke. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Locke. And his throw is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Here's Locke. And this will be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Colts on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing again is Locke. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down at the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Locke. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. From the red zone now, Locke. This will be caught just inside the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Luck throwing again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Luck on third down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down again. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
To throw on second down. Hendricks. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Jaguars on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Hendricks. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Brad Nortman now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. And the Colts coming out now. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went for it. Under pressure, they got him again. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Luck. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Luck. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw on 3rd down. Hendricks. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out, and the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. That one looks like he'll throw here. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Let's go. 1-9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now from Baltimore. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on Thursday.